Welcome to the class, students. In this class, the title of the paper we are studying is Animal Diversity 2, Biology of Chordates, and the instructor is Dr. Sneha, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, St. Joseph's College for Women, Visakhapatnam. And the topic we are discussing is external features of Calotes. The contents of the topic includes the classification of Calotes, its external morphology, the general body structure, such as in detail we're going to talk about the structure of head, neck, abdomen and tail part, coloration and color change. The learning outcomes of the topic external features of Calotes is the learners can able to recall the common external features of Calotes such as its body structure, coloration and tail. They can able to list the body parts of Calotes, head, neck, trunk, limbs and tail, etc. They able to classify Calotes as a reptile based on its external features. They can able to analyze how each external feature helps Calotes adapt to its environment. Starting with the classification, the systematic position of Calotes, it was proposed by J. Z. Young in 1981. According to the scientist, the Calotes belongs to the phylum Chordata, subphylum Vertebrata, superclass Gnathostomata, class Reptilia, order Squamata, family Agamidae, and the scientific name, that is Calotes versicolor. Coming to its external features, Calotes versicolor is a common Indian garden lizard which is very commonly seen in the gardens of India. It is often called a bloodsucker, but it does not suck blood from any animals. Why it is known as bloodsucker? As you can clearly see in the picture, the color of the body of Calotes is changeable, and as well as mostly the males, the head region, neck region, they're going to often exhibit that blood shed, completely the bloodshed red color. So because of this reason, oftenly it is most commonly known as bloodsucker. Coming to its habit and habitatic conditions, Calotes we can very commonly seen lying on the twigs and trees and branches. It is often seen running very swiftly on the ground. It can swim if it is necessary. Calotes lays its eggs in holes in the ground. It is widely distributed in India and as well as in southern parts of China. Coming to its shape, size and color, the body of Calotes is elongated, slender, lizard-like and divisible into head, neck, trunk and tail. We can clearly see the sexual dimorphism, that is male and female, they're completely different in color, pattern and everything. Coming to males, male is brightly colored, golden yellow with a greenish tinge. Throat is often, most of the time, going to exhibit that blood red color, often with a black transverse bar. But in female is not so brightly colored as males. On the other hand, male is larger and stronger than female, measuring about 35 centimeters in length from head to tail region. Coming to structure of head, the head of Calotes in terms of shape, if you're going to be observed, it is very large and going to exhibit a clear-cut pyramid or triangular shape with a short cone-like snout and a wide slit-like opening, the mouth. The mouth running around the anterior border of the head, and a pair of small external nates also we can able to see, which are located in the most anterior extreme part of the head region. The eyes are on the either sides of the head, each with upper and lower movable eyelids and a transparent third eyelid, or the nictitating membrane is also present in Calotes. Behind the eye, we can clearly able to observe is a circular patch of the skin known as the tympanic membrane is present. Almost all we can able to see coming to it's sunk below the general level of the skin. Coming to structure of trunk, the head is connected with trunk with a short, very short neck is also present, as in clearly see in the picture. The trunk is elongated. uh, in terms of dorsal shape, it is convex. Laterally, it is completely compressed. On the other hand, it is flattened towards the ventral side. On the ventral surface, at the junction of the trunk and tail, we can able to see a transverse slit-like opening is present. That is what its external most opening, the cloacal aperture. We can able to evenly see to the trunk there are like two pairs of limbs are present, that is what forelimbs and hind limbs. The forelimbs is going to further have three parts, that is what known as upper arm or brachium, followed by its forearm or antebrachium, and last part is hand or manus, to which the five horny clawed digits are attached. On the other hand, to the hind limbs, we can able to see again it also contains three parts, starting with thigh or femur, followed by shank or crus. Last part is foot, which actually contains the five clawed digits. The structure of tail. The tail is cylindrical and tapers and pointed, displaying alternating dark and light rings. And in terms of size, if you're going to be observed, the length of the tail is almost all twice in length when we're going to combine both head and trunk. In adult males especially, the base of the tail just behind the cloacal aperture becomes noticeably swollen because presence of hemipenis, which is the copulatory organ, the muscular copulatory organ present in males and absent in females. The skin of Calotes is very dry as it is devoid of glands. Completely the glands are absent on the skin of Calotes. The body is entirely covered by epidermal horny scales which are backwardly pointed and comes in unequal size. The scales of Calotes are periodically shed as a form of flakes. In Calotes, we can able to see one more unique structure what is present on all along the length or all along the mid dorsal line of head and trunk region. We can able to see a clear cut, a series of backwardly pointed spines which are actually movable. They are present, and that entire spine row what is present on head and trunk region, that is what known as crest. Where we can see, as I said, that the backwardly pointed spines, very sharp spines are basically present. And if you're going to be observe that region, we are calling it as crest, and the spines which are present in this entire crest region, they're going to decrease their size. Starting from the head region, they're very big in size, as you can clearly see in the picture. As we are proceeding towards the trunk region, they're going to diminish in size as we are proceeding towards the posterior side. Next is melanophores. As we all of us know, that the garden lizard or Calotes is having the unique character to change its color of skin according to the environment or surface where it is present. So further, they're going to have a highly specialized cells which are known as melanophores, and these melanophores actually they are present deep in the dermis region. Because of presence of these melanophores only, with the help of these melanophores, the Calotes can change its color according to the environment, which actually acts as a camouflage, the protection purpose. And these melanophores are controlled partly or entirely by sympathetic nervous system. The color pattern is largely controlled through the eyes of the Calotes. Coming to structure of scales, the scales they form a continuous covering over the entire body of the Calotes. The scales which are present on Calotes body, they are of two types or two categories. They come in two different sizes. That is what large scales and as well as small scales. Scales are epidermal in origin, developed from malpighian layer. Each scale is a plate-like structure supported by a bony plate or the ossicle. Coming to structure of claws, tips of digits of Calotes are provided with sharp claws, both forelimbs and as well as the hind limbs. Each claw is made up of a dorsal and ventral scale like horny plate. The dorsal plate is called inguis and the ventral plate is called subinguis. Both these plates, that is what inguis and subinguis, are derived from the malpighian layer and placed in such a way that their coverage should form a sharp claw-like structure. So these are the references what I cited for this topic, external structure of Calotes. Thank you for listening the class.